Hi all, so welcome back. Today we're going to do a little update on what's happened this last month, if I've made a profit, how much profit, the little journey on what my wife and I are on with buying and selling, and you know what we're learning. So yeah, this is my YouTube channel, and hope you enjoy the little video. So started off this challenge beginning of January, £100 to spend on second-hand stuff and resell. So started looking into bits and bobs, ended up buying quite a few bits, which I sort of posted on a couple of other videos, and yeah, we did make a profit. It wasn't huge. I didn't really expect it to be masses. It was just to see what if I could do it. I think we ended up making about £60, which, to be fair, with the lack of knowledge with what we've got, I don't think it's actually that bad. And now we're sort of, yeah, we're both really getting into it. Now my wife has sort of discovered eBay. I'm literally having to put notes on everything which I own at the minute, because if I don't, it's that's where it's going to end up. So yeah, that's a little bit of a worry. Am I going to come home and my computer's gone, or my AV receiver's gone? I don't know. But yeah, I need to put notes on everything now. Do not sell, Steph. So yeah, so that's been good, and I'm glad she's really involved with it, because you know it's a team thing. Yeah, the other thing which we found a bit difficult is how much do you put things onto eBay, how much do you sell it for, what percentage you're looking at. That's one thing which I found quite difficult, I think, because you know, I bought a second-hand pair of trainers. I do a lot of ultra running and stuff like that, and retail brand new, even last year's, were anything up to £100, and there was a second-hand pair for 40. I'll pay that, but it's sort of trying to realise that there's so many people out there which won't, and then you're trying to figure out how much percentage do I put on. So that's a difficult one. I'm sure we're going to get our head around it. So this afternoon, the plan is, when I get home, first of all, sort out my central heating, because the TRV valves aren't working on about 4 VADs, and it's freezing downstairs. So that's my first job. And then we're going to go through what we've got on eBay, look at what we've paid for it, and then I think bring the prices down. So I think we're going to need to sort of figure out, is it going to be a percentage or what? I don't know, but we're going to give it a go. Everything's been trial and error. What we buy has been trial and error, but you know, luckily, you know, we're sort of new to the game. We're not going to be disappointed as such because of the money we're putting in. We're not full-time. So yeah, this is sort of part of the journey and part of the experience, I suppose. So yeah, so the other thing as well, which is quite funny, my wife and I had quite a big chat. I sort of was talking to her the other day, probably 2 weeks ago, you know, with our big ideas, and like, this is going to grow and this is going to get big and we're going to make money and stuff like that, you know. And I was saying to her, because nothing about her and I, you know, we're not looking at making fast cash, etc., you know, and not paying what we should be paying. So, you know, I work full-time, she works part-time. So we said from more or less day one, look, we're going to log everything what we buy, everything what we sell. So if we go above that threshold where, you know, people want to have a look, we've got everything written down. If we go above that threshold and we need to do a self-assessment, we can do the self-assessment and we can do it legally. So we had a really good discussion about that. We agreed that at the end of each year, we're going to put a self-assessment in. Obviously, if we go above that limit, make sure we keep a log of everything we buy, as a just in case, because you never know. And then sort of go from there. And then the funny thing was, last week on the news, There's a money saving expert guy over here in the UK, Martin Lewis. It was even on his program that Vinted and eBay and all these selling platforms were going to have a limit on selling, buying, and if you hit that limit they were going to report to the HMRC, which, to be honest, I think it's fair enough. There's a lot of people making a lot of money, and in my opinion they should be paying what they should be paying. So that's just my opinion. Some people might like it, some people don't. I'm just an honest Joe, so that's how I feel. So the funny thing was, because Steph and I had already been talking about it, and it weren't just going to be a case of let's see how much bucks we can make and not pay nothing. We'd already put our plan in place, and then all these things that actually came up on the news, it came up on this TV program that, you know, sellers or buyers beware, you're going to be stung. But it didn't bother us at all. We not once did we think, oh no, just as we get into it we're going to have to start doing this, and we'd already planned for that. So for us it was no issue at all. It was just one of those things, and we've made a plan for it. We've already started our book, so yeah, bring it on, we don't mind. So the next thing which we're going to do now, cross-selling. So I was watching one of the great videos which are on YouTube about cross-selling. So this afternoon that's something we're going to have a go of. So what we got on eBay, we're going to try cross-selling that onto Vinted. So that's something new, something we haven't done. I imagine something you've got to keep a close eye on, because you don't want two things selling at once and then go back and say, oh sorry, whatever, you know, it's been sold or can't find it. So yeah, we're going to give that a go this afternoon. Try and get rid of some of the stuff we bought by bringing the prices down, and then look at getting some more stock, and go from there. So it actually has been quite a good sort of month of learning and figuring out and whatnot. You know, there's a long way to go. Keep watching you guys out there posting your videos, and they are superb, and I'm getting so much knowledge from that. And to be honest, and I'm getting more confidence from watching them videos. So yeah, let's see what the next month brings. I'll keep just popping in and out, giving you updates and things like that. And yeah, hopefully the next month I'll have a bit more profit. And you know, who knows where this journey is going to take my wife and I, but nothing ventured, nothing gained, is it? So no, you guys have a great day, and I'm going to carry on with my walk with my little one. Catch up again soon.